I accidentally became the emergency contact for a complete stranger because I was too awkward to correct a receptionist, and somehow it only got worse from there. I was sitting in an urgent care waiting room with a twisted ankle after losing a battle against a rogue garden hose when the receptionist looked up and called, "Emily?" At the exact same time, another woman and I both stood up. Then we both pointed at each other like two confused Spider-Men. The receptionist sighed, glanced at her clipboard, looked back at me and asked, "You're here with your brother?" I panicked because I hate correcting people in front of a room full of strangers, so I blurted out, "Sure," which in hindsight is a terrible answer to any medical question. Suddenly, this random guy smiled at me and said, "Thanks for coming," like we'd survived childhood together. Before I could explain, a nurse whisked him away while I sat there wondering if I had accidentally adopted a sibling. 10 minutes later, another nurse rushed over asking me to fill out his emergency contact paperwork because family is already here. I stared at the clipboard thinking this was absolutely the dumbest way to commit accidental identity theft. I finally confessed, "I don't actually know this man." The nurse blinked twice and said, "Then why did you say you were with him?" I quietly answered, "Because anxiety is stronger than logic." The entire waiting room started laughing, including an older guy who yelled, "That's the most honest thing I've heard all week." Just when I thought the embarrassment was over, the actual Emily came sprinting through the front door carrying 2 giant iced coffees, yelling, "Traffic was insane." The random patient spotted her and shouted, "See? That's my sister!" Then everyone slowly turned to look at me like I was the weird substitute sibling who had wandered into the wrong family reunion. I apologized about 17 times, but the real Emily just laughed so hard she nearly dropped both drinks. Even the receptionist admitted, "Honestly, I should have asked one more question." The random guy looked at me and said, "Well, thanks for emotionally supporting me for 20 minutes anyway." Somehow the staff still gave me a sticker that said visitor, which felt wildly optimistic, considering I'd basically been an unpaid extra in someone else's medical drama. My ankle was fine, but my dignity checked itself into long-term care. So tell me, what's the most ridiculous misunderstanding you've ever been too awkward to correct?